This is just a crazy story. A former senior Russian official is currently living in the D.C. area under his actual name and is being protected by the U.S. government. That's according to current and former government officials. Now, this discovery comes after CNN reported on Monday that the CIA exfiltrated a spy from Russia, fearing he would get caught. NBC's Ken Dilanian joins us now from Washington, D.C. And Ken, I know there are some things we can't talk about, but what do we know about this guy?
Well, Allison, he is a former senior government official who had access to Vladimir Putin. He was working in Moscow. And as of yesterday, he was living in his own name in the Washington, D.C. suburbs. Now, we believe he's been moved from that location for his own safety. But he was out in the open. And just so people understand, we didn't out him. My sources are telling me the Russians surely knew where he was because it wasn't a secret. If you Googled the name, you could find where he was living.
How is the Kremlin responding to all this? What have they had to say?
Well, you know, what they're saying is that they're acknowledging that a person by the name that some are reporting, we are not, worked at the Kremlin. They say he was fired, and they say the rest of this stuff about whether he was a CIA asset is, in their words, pulp fiction.
You say that you went to what we think is actually the man's house in the Washington area. Can you talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, so I went to knock on the door hoping that he would come out and talk to me, even if we didn't identify him. He wasn't home, but when I went back to my car, I saw an SUV racing down the street right at my car, parked nose to nose, and inside were two young men who I believe were agents of the U.S. government. I asked them whether I could help them. They sort of tried to get information out of me, asked what I was doing there. They said they were a friend of this person, and it became clear to me and to others that I consulted about this that they learned that I was there perhaps by a surveillance camera and rushed to the scene because this man was under their protection.
All the signs you needed that you were in the right place, huh?
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. Do we think this is the same Russian official who the New York Times and CNN reported was a CIA spy? I know there's still a lot of questions here.
Yeah, I have to be a little careful about this. We're not reporting that to the satisfaction of our standards. Others are saying that.
Okay. He's living under his real name in the D.C. area. Again, I know we're not reporting it, but that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you be concerned for his safety in that case? This is the thing that I just can't wrap my brain around.
Yeah, and you're not alone in this.
Okay.
But actually, it turns out that a lot of relocated spies end up living here in their true name. And part of the reason is that even though it's, you know, the Russians famously assassinated a former spy in London, in the United Kingdom, they haven't done that here, particularly if someone is living a quiet life under American protection. Now, what the CIA and others are worried about is now that we're all writing about this and publicizing this case, that may goad the Russians and poke Vladimir Putin, poke the bear, as they put it, into taking action and maybe puts this guy in more danger, which is why they're moving his family. But until now, they didn't believe he was in immediate danger. They were keeping tabs on him. But it's not as uncommon as you might think for these people to live in their true name.
Ken Dilanian, just a fascinating story. I can't wait to see the movie they put out on this one. But thank you so much for filling us in as much as you could.
Good to be with you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.